Hello everyone. Now we are going to start about alkanes, their isomers, and the reactions of the alkanes. Let's start with the isomerism. Isomerism means the compound would have the same molecular formula, but they have the different structure formula. For example, we can take the example of the carbon C, C, and the C. If a carbon or if a compound which have more than 3 carbon atoms, they can show the isomerism or they can make the different type of structures. For example, butane is there, 1, 2, 3, 4 mean butane. What we can do, the first structure is this one. But we can make more structures. For example, I am going to write 3 carbon here and attach 1 carbon here, or you can add it maybe here or maybe here. It's depend on you which type of compound you are going to make. For example, I'm going to remove the carbon from here. I'm going to attach the first carbon. If I'm going to attach it with the first carbon, again, it is going to make the same structure. But how it is going to make the same structure? Number 1, for example, I'm going to add number 1 here, number 2 carbon, number 3 carbon, and number 4 carbon. Again, the same formula, that is the butane. But if I am going to erase it from here, I'm going to add it here. Then the numbering is going to be changed. How it is going to be changed? Now I'm going to add number 1, number 2, and number 3. Or I can do 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to erase this one. So it means 1 carbon is attached with the carbon number 2. Now add the other molecules. Hydrogen. Hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen. Mean 3 hydrogen with each carbon. Except the second one, because second one contain only 1 hydrogen. Why? The reason is hydrogen make normally 4 bonds, and it already done. 1 with this carbon, 1 with this carbon, 1 with this carbon, and 1 with the hydrogen. So just add 1 hydrogen in this one to make its valency completed 4 bonds. So now what we call about this structure, the name of this structure, the structure name is going to be changed. Here is the example. You can see here butane C4H10, and the second one structure, again the same one, butane is there, but we make it different one. The formula is same, C4H10, 4 carbon and 10 hydrogen. You can see even 1, 2, 3, 4 hydrogen are there. Sorry, 4 carbon are there, and the other hydrogen are 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But what we did, simply we changed the position of the carbon atom. In the second structure, it is called 2-methyl propane. Why we call it as 2-methyl propane? Because 1 carbon is attached here at the second position. And this structure is the structure of the methane. Sorry, methyl. Why methyl? Because we remove 1 hydrogen, and in the place of hydrogen, we attach it with the other carbon. So we call it as 2-methyl propane. So this is about the alkanes and their isomerisms. You can even do more example like for the pentane, for the hexane, octane, you can do the different one. And even we can make the different structures for that one. Now we have to move toward the next thing. That is about the combustion. As we know, combustion happen when there is oxygen. And methane is the natural source. And it is the smallest molecule, so it can burn easily. 2 types of combustion can happen, complete and the incomplete. Complete combustion happen in the presence of penalty of oxygen, and the products are carbon dioxide and the water. But in incomplete combustion happen in the limited air or less amount of oxygen, and the product are the carbon monoxide and water. And we know this thing that carbon monoxide is too much dangerous for the human, or you can say dangerous for the living things. The next thing is oxides of sulfur. As crude oil contains sulfur molecule and they are not going to be removed even during the fractional distillation. It is still present in them. So these sulfur, when come in contact with the oxygen at high temperature, it make SO2. When this SO2 move into the air, it will react with more oxygen and make SO3. Now this SO2 and SO3, when come in contact with the rainwater, they make the acid H2SO3 and H2SO4. And both the acid do what? They are very dangerous for the living things, for the aquatic life, for our buildings, even for the crops. The next one are oxides of nitrogen. In the same way, nitrogen is present in the air. When it come in contact with the oxygen, not normally, high temperature is needed for this one. When it come in contact with the oxygen at high temperature, it will make the nitrous oxides. When this nitrous oxide reacts with oxygen, it will make NO2. And this NO2 again, when react with the acid rain, it will make HNO2 and HNO3, both the acids again. And these acids, again, as I told you before, are dangerous for the aquatic life, for the crops, for the building, for the machinery. The last thing about the alkane is about their reaction. As I told you before, alkane make 4 bonds. The valency of alkane is 4. So it already makes the 4 bond with the 4 hydrogen. So how it will react with any other thing? So for this thing, alkane just only gives substitution reaction. Substitution means they are going to replace any hydrogen from here. For example, I am going to say it is going to react with the chlorine. What will happen here now? This hydrogen react with this chlorine, or you can say this chlorine react with the hydrogen and make HCl. The remaining thing is carbon with the 3 hydrogen. Now what will happen? This chlorine radical is going to attach here and make chloromethane. What we call this structure? Because one chlorine is there and the other structure is for the methane, so we call it as chloromethane. Now let's move. Alkanes are saturated compounds, can react by substitution. For example, a mixture of methane and bromine is exposed to ultraviolet light, typically sunlight. A substitution reaction occurs and the organic product is bromomethane. Here you can see again, hydrogen and the bromine react with each other and make HBr. Here is that compound, and the other bromine is going to take the place of the first hydrogen and make bromomethane. So this is the end of our topic. I will meet you in the next topic soon. Take care.